What's up guys, Chief Rasco here. You might have seen me before on this channel. I was in Who Reviews the Reviewers Season 4, and I'm also on Primetime Crisis Live. So the Crisis team asked me some questions, and I'm going to answer them for you, so let's get to it. So the first question comes from The Curious Low. What is your favorite horror movie? So my favorite horror movie happens to also be one of my favorite movies, period, which is Alien. I absolutely love Alien for a whole lot of reasons, but just to name a few, one, it's directed by Ridley Scott. I absolutely love Ridley Scott. It's got Sigourney Weaver in it. I love Sigourney Weaver. And Ripley is my favorite fictional character in fiction, period. So, yeah, that's my answer for that question. The next question comes from The Real Manos. What non-horror director would you like to see make a horror film? So I was thinking about this question, and my mind kind of settled on Alex Garland. If you don't know who that is, he directed and wrote Ex Machina, which was absolutely awesome. One of my favorite movies of like the past 2 or 3 years, honestly. It was really good. And it's such a tense movie and eerie and creepy, and you know, I don't even think there's blood in it. Well, there might be a little bit of blood, but it's definitely not a horror movie. It's more of a sci-fi movie, but it's got a lot of suspense, and I think that he could really easily kind of just transform the tone of that movie into something really interesting horror-wise. So I'm gonna go with Alex Garland for that. The next question comes from Eric. What's your favorite film that you also admit isn't very good? I think for me, this is gonna be probably Jaws 2. Jaws 2, for some reason, I really like to watch that movie. It's really fun for me to watch. Another one would be Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 3 is a really kind of pointless sequel that didn't really need to be made. But for some reason, when I watch that movie, I mean, it's well directed, it looks great, it's not a terrible story, it's just not a great story. So I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park 3 and Jaws 2 for that. The next question comes from Kat. What's a video game you'd like to see get a sequel that hasn't? So I don't know if you guys remember this, but about a year ago, I think, Alien Isolation came out. And Alien Isolation was kind of hyped up as like the first good Alien game, because Aliens Colonial Marines was in all of this like trouble with getting the game made. They kept delaying the game. So when the game came out, it was terrible. Everyone hated it. It got terrible reviews. And so a few years later, we get Alien Isolation, another Alien game, and it was actually really good. But it still got really bad reviews. I don't know what the people that reviewed that game and gave it like 5 out of 10 were talking about. It was a great game, I thought. So I would really love to see Alien Isolation get a sequel. The next question comes from Dan. Best bandana wearing character of all time? Well, it's gonna be Vasquez from Aliens. Vasquez from Aliens is awesome, and yeah, she wears bandanas. She's really cool. So, Aliens, Vasquez. That's my answer. The next question comes from Steve. Why do you love Blade Runner and Alien so much? I really love Alien and Blade Runner for a lot of reasons. For starters, one of my favorite directors is Ridley Scott. And he directed both Alien and Blade Runner. I also really love James Cameron, and he directed Aliens. So pretty much, when I was growing up, I watched Alien at a really young age. I was probably too young, and it really scared me, and it gave me like nightmares for years. That was what I was most afraid of, was the alien, the xenomorph. And as I got older, I stopped being afraid of stuff like that, as most people do as they get older. But you start to kind of get interested in why you're scared of things, not so much just what you're scared of, but why are you scared of it. And Alien was this movie where I really got to absorb the techniques of, well, like just learning about the making of that film. It really helps you to absorb the techniques that Ridley Scott was using to make you afraid of things that you don't even know you're afraid of necessarily. Just subconsciously, there are images in Alien that his intention was to get your mind to subconsciously think about things that make you feel uncomfortable, and it's such a psychological process to making a horror movie. So that's why I love the Alien franchise so much. But when it comes to Blade Runner on a technical level is so it has such a high level of quality on a technical level, and it's got such great atmosphere, and it really utilizes score to enhance the experience of the movie, and it's just one of the most immersive films I've ever watched, and it's a really comforting film when you think about its message and its themes. It's a really comforting film. Well guys, I'm all out of questions and I gotta go, so peace out.